So again, I'm back to this model, right? So I'm having the same problems today. I'm going on to the next sheet. So if I go here to 302, if I just check this detail, which I need to update, um, I can see it's section beam over column connection. Now if you go in here, we can see that I've written that in there. So yeah, so sorry, this is actually the token. I'm confusing myself. So this is actually the token of note in here. So if I copy this, but if I go to this detail, which is this camera here, you can see this is the one I copied all these from, and they're all reverting back to this name. That's not the description I want. So first of all, the first problem I have is it's not showing the top flange. So the engineer was saying, why is there no top flange? So I'm going to edit the camera and I'll change this to 5. And now if I update the camera, now, so that's updated that, right? And now I can see the top flange. Now the problem I have is the end plate. The problem I have is the title now has gone. So it's switched back to the other one. Alright, so let's go back in here. And then I just copied this, right? So paste that. Section 6. And then go back in here. And let's show the hidden line there. I should have that set in my drawing style. Update detail. So we can see that has worked. Now the problem I have is some of them, so let's go through them all one at a time. So if I do this one, update detail. So that one has done the same thing, right? So that is section 1. So what I forgot to do was copy that first, right? So let's go back in here. Sorry, let's go back in here. Copy that. Now I want to find this one. So it's at the high point at A3. So let's go back in here. This I believe is A3. So it should be this one. So all the labels have changed back. Right, that's not working. So let me see. I copied the wrong one, did I? So let me go back in here, copy this. No, see, now, see, this is just so confusing. So you can see here, this says section 1, and up here it says something different. So confusing. So it's become quite frustrating. So uh, yeah. So now the problem is, what do you do? So section 1. I also have the drawing here in front of me. So what I can do is go back to the model. I will put it in here. So we'll put it in as section 1. I have not had this happen to me before. I've had some weird stuff happen before, but not this, and I don't know why, obviously. Because now I have to go through every detail. I'm literally flying out today and I'm not working the weekend, and this has become a problem. So I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot of work, but I should really just have to go back and update these, not have all these labels changing. Alright, so that has come in and it's put in the RTU on the top. So let's delete that, update. Alright, so that one is good. So section 2, let's see. Section 2, wall connection, copy. And I'll go back and check the labels later. I'm just going to do this quickly just to see. So this one again has done the same thing. This is on A3 and this is a wall bearing connection. So let's go back in. It's on A3 Wallburn. So at least these cameras have not disappeared. On the other level, the cameras disappeared on the lower level, which was a real pain because then I had to recreate them and put the labels in some of them. So let's update that again. And most of these were okay to begin with, to be honest with you, but I have to supply the model also to the client who uses advanced steel, and I don't want to give him some rubbish. So bearing specific. So let's do this one, and let's go in here and see if the label is correct. The label is coming in right, so copy that. This is at A4, so let's go over to A4. It should be this one, and you can see it still has that section 8. So it's crazy. So they've all changed to section 8. I don't know what the hell. Of course, it's always when you're in a hurry, and it's just real screwy. So, uh, alright, so before we update each time, let's copy this, update detail. Obviously, that's not where we want that, right? So, that got moved for some reason. So, that's on A5. So, that's this one. This is a continuous beam which I carried through, so you can see here the plate's not in the right place. So that needs to be, of course, on the next one over, it is in the correct place. And this one is in the correct place, just on this one. So what I'll do to move that is, let's just draw a line, and alright, so I'm not going to go through all these. The problem I had on the other floor, which I recorded last night, was that the details were not there at all, that the camera had disappeared, but it was still updating, which is really strange. So let's go over this way in the Y direction, and then we should just be able to move this assembly on the grout from this point to this point. And if we go back to this and do label, update detail. Alright, so it's not perfect, but certainly not perfect. But this is just I just it's frustrating. I've never come across this before, and just basically creating a lot of work for me. So I'd just like to know if anyone else came across this issue or something similar. It'd be nice to know if they figured out why it happened. I guess at this point there's not much I can do about it, only redo them, which is a pain, but has to be done. Alright, well anyway, I'm waffling on. Let me get back to it, and hopefully, as you can see, this one, I never copied that. I should have copied that text first, but that's going to be section 5 wall connection at A5. Section 5, this one here. Section 5 wall connection at A5. And then go back and update that. All right. Let me know if anyone has the same problems. All right. Thank you. Bye.